Hello, Singaporeans. There are people saying PAP dominates Singapore politically, socially, economically like a deep-rooted tree, control the entire country, including the media. What do you think? Do you think PAP's track record has collapsed since Lee Kuan Yew passing away? And has done a terrible job at governing since then? Do you think so? Some say PAP is struggling and working hard to appeal to younger voters. Do you think so? Yes. In recent years, they have candidates, or now you call PAP MPs, like animal rights activist Louis Ng and Carrie Tan, founder of Daughters of Tomorrow in the PAP. Now this is the question. Do you think these activists in PAP make good politicians? And does it benefit Singaporeans? I would love to hear your thoughts. Yes, Carrie Tan's Daughters of Tomorrow enables livelihoods and financial self-sufficiency for underprivileged women in Singapore. And yes, Louis Ng cares for animals, and he also fight for buskers, domestic helpers, cleaners, refugees, etc. But does these people's lives improve? I don't know. I would love to hear your thoughts. Yes, no doubt. They are doing good for the people. Yes, there is no doubt. But I feel that when these people, activists, are in PAP, they must compromise to get results. And the party rules in PAP that they have to abide with. What do you think? We know a good activist must be uncompromising and does not have to worry about offending large number of people if it is for a very good cause. Let's not play with words. Just be straightforward. Do you think people like Louis Ng and Carrie Tan do not care about getting votes from the people in the general election so that they can be elected and stay on as MPs? I would love to hear your thoughts. I believe activists should join opposition parties. I know some will start to laugh, but I have the reason. Because joining opposition parties, and if you are able to get elected as MP, you can create real change and making a difference in the political scene too. Do you agree? And there are opposition parties that welcome different voices within the party. This is nice because they understand yes man culture is toxic. Do you agree? So why join PAP? For the good feeling to be in the ruling party and knowing high chances he or she will be elected in the PAP camp and have a very well-paid MP allowance? I don't know, and I would love to hear your thoughts. Okay, let us be clear-minded. We must know clearly that for most events organized or initiated by PAP MPs like Louis Ng and other MPs in the community, they can do so without being PAP MPs because we know there are other activists, non-profit groups, or even individuals also organize events, forums, kickstart initiative to bring good to our society. And this is true. Do you agree? I'm talking about facts because there are such activities and events ongoing in Singapore by various people and groups. Maybe the difference is community events or activities organized by PAP MPs are magnified, highly publicized by our mainstream media that will reach out to many audience obviously to see, to show these PAP MPs are doing good. Whereas events organized by opposition parties or candidates or activists that are not related to PAP hardly get mainstream media's attention to cover their good works. This is not funny, and I believe Singaporeans should know all this by now. Do you think all our mainstream media is fair to opposition parties and their candidates? I would love to hear your thoughts too. Today, Singaporeans must really have an independent mind and have critical thinking. We know most people from opposition parties don't speak stuff just to please people, to win votes. And our opposition parties know this is not the correct way. They can talk on unpopular issues, important issues, even if they may make people uncomfortable. Why? Because they don't want Singapore to go into the wrong direction and beyond repair. They truly care for Singapore, for Singaporeans. Do watch out for these opposition parties and give them your support in the next general elections, such as Workers' Party, WP, Progress Singapore Party, PSP, Red Dot United, RDU, Singapore Democratic Party, SDP, Singapore People's Party, SPP, Reform Party, and even People's Voice, PV. I believe we have enough of own self check own self praise own self. So let the people judge. So Singaporeans can go read their detailed proposals and plans in those opposition parties' websites and their party members' social media platforms. We know very well we can't expect our mainstream media to share proposals, plans by opposition parties, and so many people don't know about even existence of opposition parties or opposition candidates, opposition members. You think this is fair? These opposition parties walk the ground actively, and you don't just see them once or twice every 5 years. And when nearing election, you know what I mean. I believe most Singaporeans understand what I mean. I believe most Singaporeans will not be fooled by PAP and already know all our mainstream media, pro-PAP influencers, bloggers, websites, they only take side with PAP, and most time, this media can't have deep critical comments, write-ups on issues affecting Singapore, Singaporeans. You will always see the same political analysts, same faces in our mainstream media, TV stations, CNA. You know what I mean? Because they don't want people with independent mind to talk and write. This is my question. And we know they rarely share good things about our opposition parties and members. We must know now, it's 2024. Yes, now it's 2024 already. I believe we are in a new political landscape. People will not always think whatever that PAP say and do are all correct 100%. Do you agree with me? More and more Singaporeans will ask PAP tough questions and want answers and not excuses. Do you agree with me? Lastly, I would love to hear your thoughts on all I had said. I am Puah from Red Dot United. Thank you.